Good morning, everybody. Welcome. And first thing I would request is everybody silence their phones, like while I do mine. Please, it would be good that we don't have any alarm bells going off. Anyway, today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo also in many places for many people. I don't know if it's a day to enjoy or not, but it is probably not a new year. It is not a new year, but it is something else.
It's a day to celebrate.
Correct. So have fun, guys. Have lots of tacos.
Margaritas. I was going to say margaritas.
I didn't want to bring that up because I would have to bring a cart over here. Anyway, have fun and call this meeting to order. Today is May 5th again. And let's go on. Here we go. So, we have Pledge of Allegiance coming up. Director Cornell, are you up to it? Or can we have somebody? Okay. Jeannie, please.
Right, please stand if you're able. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. With that done, we are now approval of the minutes. Oh, approval of the agenda, by the way. And before we that, that's what I want to say. Before we do that, I wonder if there's any media in the room, and if they're not, and if they're lurking around in the sky somewhere.
They are. We're on here.
They are? Okay, welcome then. Next is approval of the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda.
Thank you. Second, all in favor? There's no objection, then it's approved. Approval of the minutes, we have 1, 2, 3. 3 minutes to approve. Do I have there's a motion? Yes, thank you. Do I see a second? Thank you, Carmen. If there's no objection, then all the minutes are approved. All right. So we go to the next thing, which is the chair remarks. I have a few things I want to bring up today, and that is, so all this time we've been talking about several different things, like talking of safety, disaster preparedness. This month we are going to talk about water conservation. And it's very important that we talk about that, because as we ladies would say, oh, this is an imported perfume that I'm wearing, the water we use is also imported. What that means is that we pay dearly for the water. So any water wastage is water in the money in the gutter. So please be very careful of how you use your water. Water is imported from Northern California and from the Colorado River. All those things cost dearly. We are working closely with the ETWD, which is our El Toro Water District, to help us, guide us, and create solutions for ways of saving water. So please be mindful. If you have any questions, please attend our water committee, which is also newly formed, and talk to them. They are also anxious to help. We also want to thank the PC Club for conducting our annual tax preparation. And that helps a lot of our residents. And tax preparation does cost a lot of money. And what they're doing is for free for individuals, so which is tremendous. So I really want to thank them from me and from my board to that they are doing such a terrific job annually, every year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. And next item I have on my list is to have fun all the time. So there is an event this weekend on Saturday at Clubhouse 7. For the people who like to drive EV cars, the EV Club of Laguna Woods has invited Tesla and some other car makers over there, and so that you can test drive some of the EVs if you still haven't been convinced that this is the best thing to do. I bought mine last February and I'm really happy that I did that. I save a lot of money on my gas bill. Amazing. I have one gasoline car and one EV car. So if you want to talk a little more about it, I will definitely try to. I don't want to waste everybody's time right now. And that is all I have. Have a great week. Enjoy. So let's move on. Next item is CEO's report. Shaban, you have something?
I do. Thank you very much, President Bottom, members of the board. This morning, I would like to begin with a reminder that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And as you know, VMS Social Services helps village residents maintain independence and quality of life. Social workers are available for short-term counseling, long-term care planning, and resource referrals. Please contact social services if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, caring for an ill or aging relative, coping with a life-changing diagnosis, making long-term care arrangements, and so forth. VMS is located here in the community center, just down the hall, and they can be reached by telephone at 949-597-4267. On Monday, May 25th at 1 p.m., the All-American Boys Chorus, American Legion Post 257, and guest speakers will lead a remembrance honoring those who have died in service to our country. Tickets are free. You can reserve them at the Performing Arts Center box office Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I want to touch on a temporary fire station that is going to be put into operation in the near term by the City of Laguna Woods and OCFA. As you know, a new fire station is planned for Laguna Woods as part of the effort to strengthen emergency response coverage and meet service demand. The City Council has approved a lease agreement authorizing OCFA to build a new station on a portion of the City Center Park site just behind us, and the project is estimated to be completed by the end of 2029. In the interim, however, OCFA is working to bring a temporary fire station to Laguna Woods. If you could put the map back up, please, that would be great. It will be located in the Home Depot parking lot on the east side. You'll see the red square on the screen before you, and this is south of the former Rite Aid driveway. It will house the personnel in a temporary portable structure and cover the equipment with similar coverings. The temporary fire station will house the dedicated fire engine that's already in service for this area and currently based in Lake Forest. It will move closer when the temporary station is ready. OCFA is working through permits with the city and site setup. City Council approval will be needed before opening. The official opening date is yet to be determined. A workshop titled Emergency Preparedness for Older Adults will take place on Wednesday, May 27th at 2 p.m. in Clubhouse 7. This is a chance to learn how to prepare for emergencies with a focus on the unique needs of older adults. Topics include local risks, creating an emergency plan that's effective, what to include in your emergency kit, how to stay informed during a crisis, and so on. No registration is required. For more information, call 949-597-4267. Recreation's 2027 Facilities Reservation Lottery begins on Friday, May 15th and runs through June 15th. You may pick up lottery cards from the office just next door or email requests to recreation@vmsinc.org. In terms of key details, 1 event per card or request, limit of 4 per club or manor. There are weekly and monthly requests that will be accepted. These will be processed after the single date events, and there is a limit of one per manor. Include in your request your name, manor number, club or organization if applicable, phone number and resident ID, event type and number of attendees, preferred room, event date, and time. For more information, please contact Recreation. They can be reached at recreation@vmsinc.org or 949-597-4273. Also, VMS Manor Alterations in the city of Laguna Woods will be hosting the Manor Renovations Town Hall on Friday, June 19th at 9 a.m. in Clubhouse 5. It's for members, contractors, and realtors. Topics include permit processing improvements, flooring updates, accessibility considerations, room reclassifications, and more. For more information, call Josh Monroy at 949-597-4366. And that concludes my update this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Siobhan. Okay, with that, we get to our open forum. It says 3 minutes per speaker, but we see a lot of people here today, so we're going to limit that to 2 minutes. And we may limit that to the 30-minute total time. Also, please, Paul, do you want to read this paragraph for me, whatever it says? Members only will address?
I can read it.
Okay.
At this time, members only may address the Board of Directors regarding items not on the agenda and within the jurisdiction of this Board of Directors. The Board reserves the right to limit the total amount of time allotted for the open forum to 30 minutes. A member may speak only once during the forum. Speakers may not give their time to other people. No audio or video recording by attendees, and no rude or threatening comments. Members can attend the meeting by joining the Zoom link or call 1-669-900-6833 or email meeting@vmsinc.org to have your message read during the open forum. And we have, let's see, I think we have 10 or more in-person speakers, and then there's 2 emails that were sent in that I'll read after. So like President Bada stated, we'll have 2 minutes per speaker today. We'll start with Ms. Susan Smallwood, and then following will be Lee Gately.
Thank
Morning.
you, Michaela. Hi, Susan.
Hi, good morning. I'm at 3456B, and I guess the rumor mill has been going about the security building and the wanting to spend over $5 million on a new building, and if that's not true, that's great. We have an administration building here, and I think that's exactly what it should be, an administration building. And if we need to move some of the clubs out, then instead of spending that amount of money on a new security building, then please build a new residential clubhouse, something that can be utilized by the residents. It's our dues that pay for it, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Lee Gately, 5360O, and what she said. And I just want to voice that same rumors are spreading around, and I just wanted to add my voice to the idea that it would be, if the security services need to be relocated from where they're at, I prefer that it be here, and that the resident recreational facilities be located someplace more accessible than this administrative building. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Chris Collins, and then following will be Juanita Skillman.
Morning, Chris Collins, 3306Q, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about the foundation. And I have this so that we can, doesn't take time to show that. Anyway, I'm here to tell you about a new initiative that the foundation is starting in May, and it's really it's an emergency decal program designed to help identify residents who need a little extra assistance if we face a major emergency such as a fire, earthquake, maybe a power outage. This is what we're calling a cling, a window cling. And got this. We have this graphic here so that it's a little more. You can tell what I'm trying to say here. The emergency decal is a window cling that should be placed on a window near the front door of a manor. A window cling is a vinyl graphic that adheres to a smooth surface like glass. Since neighbors are often the very first responders on the scene, having these decals can help neighbors know exactly who to check on during an event. So the decals are intended to help professional first responder, though it's important to remember that first responders triage such situations based on severity of an emergency and available personnel. So please keep in mind that using this decal is completely voluntary and free of charge. It's purely informational. It does not guarantee a rescue or create a legal duty to help. The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is not a first responder and is only providing the emergency decal as a part of a community education effort. So initially the decals will be distributed by Garden Villa Association, Social Services, and Village Meals on Wheels. So if you're interested, you can call the foundation or online, foundation of Laguna Woods Village.com. So thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
So here's the cling.
Thank you. You always come up with something wonderful to know.
Next speaker is Juanita Skillman, and then following is Julianne Godwin.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with your monthly report on our village library. Volunteers worked 730 hours to support 2,063 visitors in April. 2,255 items were circulated through the front desk, and that does not include puzzles and paperbacks, which are on a voluntary honor system. 41 residents were added to our library system. Today I have some really exciting news, I think, for all of us who have people visiting in the summer, particularly grandchildren, great nieces, nephews, whatever. The library is expanding its children's section. Thanks to a generous donation from the Kiwanis Club here, we are expanding and moving the children's section, which we call our red dot section, up to the front of the library. It has books, and we're buying new collections for each different age group. It has puzzles, and it has games and things that children enjoy. So if you've got children coming in during the summer, DVDs that you're not quite sure how to entertain them, come by the library. Let them pick out some things, and it will help you. And secondly, we also do have games, and we encourage any residents who have games that they're not used anymore, they're sitting on a shelf, your old Monopoly set or checkers or chess or whatever, bring them in, and we check them out just like we do paperbacks or puzzles for people to use on a one-time basis or a short-term basis. So we love donations of games as well as books and puzzles. Thanks.
Next speaker is Julianne Godwin, and then following is Beth Parak.
Good morning, Judy Godwin, 458A. I'm aware that we have a social services department that offers counseling to people who are in grief and have a loss. But there's a segment of the population here that is overlooked, and I'd like to bring your attention to it, and I am a member of that group. The beginning of March, I was walking my little dog, and before I knew it, a big coyote was at my shoulder, and I was left with a harness and a leash. And I had everything. I had a short leash, I had a rattle, I had a weapon, but I couldn't do anything. And it shattered my heart. And I was a mess. And I thought I could use it, and I was advised to get counseling. I called the VMS desk for counseling, and they said, I explained my situation. They said they had nothing like that and didn't express any interest in seeing if there are others. Now, I'm aware that there are many others who have gone through what I have gone through. They've either lost a pet or they have had one very seriously injured. And these animal companions are not pets. They are companions in the true sense of the word, because there are many people here who don't have family or family near or have friends. And their animal is their companion 24/7. And someone is keeping track of what happens, because there's a telephone number you're supposed to call. But no one releases those numbers. We don't know who the other people are. We don't even know how many. So in order to benefit from counseling, group counseling, we should have somebody get together, but they've overlooked. Nobody's shown an interest in getting help for this segment of the population that really could use it.
Ms.
Thank
Godwin,
you for
your
listening.
time is up. Thank you, and we will definitely look into it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Beth Parak, and then following is David Hastings.
Good morning, Beth Parrick, 3321C Via Carrizo, representing the History Center. I'm going to share a glimpse with you regarding the foundation of our village, which is actually the vision of our founder, Ross Cortese. Mr. Cortese was a builder who had completed building several 55-plus communities. He was able then to purchase 22 acres of prime land from Nellie Gale Moulton. And then he decided to find out, what do older people want and need in a community? He needed to do that before he started building. So he went to USC to the newly formed gerontology department. And what he did find in his research was actually his vision, which is in play today. And I will show you that. His vision was Leisure World would present a total way of life in which religion, medical care, and recreation were included. For religion, he offered to any church that could come up with 100 members and a promise that within 2 years the church was beginning to be built, he would deed them the land. Many churches accepted the offer and are still thriving today. And also today, many denominations are now looking into or having services and activities in many of our clubhouses. Medical care. Cortese provided a medical office in Clubhouse Number 1, staffed by a registered nurse and volunteers who were on non-emergency medical care that they gave to residents. He deeded the property outside the village for dental and other medical care. These facilities serve residents today. Saddleback Memorial Hospital partners in service to many of our village groups today, such as the Foundation, Thrive, the Chicago Club, many others. Memorial Care has been the sponsor of the Breeze since its very beginning. We all remember Memorial Care provided vaccinations for all residents during COVID. Clubhouse 1, with its large dining hall, dance hall, pool, bocce ball, meeting rooms for clubs, and a number of other attractions, was the first of many clubhouses. The
Beth?
Equestrian Center,
Beth,
yeah,
we love this information, but I have to stop you as we are out of time.
that's okay.
It is
I timed
so-
it for 3 minutes exactly.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Next speaker is David Hastings, and then following is Ira Lewis.
David Hastings, 3064B. I'm here about Building E. I think homeowners should know how much money has been spent on Building E for studies and otherwise since the idea originated before this new $336,000 plus, including the usable space study alternative. I understand there are homeowner studies. I understand there was homeowner studies and that recommended a third option, the usable space alternative. But the two other options have been promoted, only the two others, remodel or reconstruction. And reconstruction seems to be the only option being promoted. I think homeowners deserve an explanation. I also think they need to know how many times this issue has been before different boards and it failed. When money issues such as this have been properly defeated with past boards, why do they resurface when new board members are appointed or elected? Thank you.
Ira Lewis, and then John Beckett.
Good morning. Ira Lewis, 3449. Basically, similar to Dave, many owners in the village are believing that the majority of the GRF board has lost their focus. The question is coming up more often as to whom the board serves. Is the board serving the trust? Is the board serving the vendors that they hire? Is the board serving the management? They feel the board should be serving the ownership, just as all those entities do. And so they feel the board has lost some focus. And with regards to Building E, my feeling is that it has failed. It's failed for good reason. This is an administration building, should be used for that. And if we need a recreation building to put the table tennis, a new gym, indoor paddle tennis courts, indoor basketball, more meeting rooms that are always in demand as we have a lottery for these rooms. That should be built. Basically, right out there is one place between here and Clubhouse 7. There's plenty of space, plenty of access, and it would be a lot less money, and it would be used by the ownership forever, not just by staff that theoretically, with the new ERP system, should be shrinking over time, not expanding. So please, when you look for estimates of how much a building costs, you should include a recreational building to move all these things. It's cheaper to build and maintain than a Class A office building.
Thank you, Ira.
Mr. John Beckett, and then Darlene Bacchus.
Good morning. I'm here on behalf of the Good Government Club. At our last meeting, we discussed a controversial multi-million-dollar construction project. We also discussed the 4 directors who voted against it. The club's members have authorized me to read the following proclamation. Whereas the Good Government Club supports directors who exercise prudent fiscal management, and whereas 4 GRF directors recently voted against spending $336,000 to design a new office building for VMS employees, and whereas the members of the Good Government Club believe that those directors deserve our thanks, therefore be it resolved this 5th day of May 2026 that the members of the Good Government Club express our gratitude to directors Brad Reinhardt, Kush Bada, Gene Costello, and Martin Rosa. Thank you.
John, I don't see it right for you to announce people's names in this manner.
Thank you.
Okay. It's okay.
Next speaker is Darlene Bacchus, and then following is Elizabeth Romano.
Good morning. I'm speaking today in support of the Good Governance Club and the concerns that have been raised. I want to respectfully thank all the directors who voted against the Building E design expenditure. Although we recognize and appreciate their commitment to prudent financial management. At the same time, I'd like to respectfully note that the projects of this community
involving common area use and significant financial impact constitute a material amendment under our CC&Rs. Section 14 clearly states that no material amendment shall occur without the approval of at least 67% of the membership. That means the voice of 12,700 residents, members who are financially responsible and should be included through a direct vote. This is not about opposition. It's about following our governing documents and ensuring all California homeowners associations who apply to this California state of real estate. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry. You must put your plan in and for a private community, a CID, and when you present the plan through escrow, you receive CC&Rs, and you can go to any one of these communities around us. There are plenty of these homeowners, and you will see that they all vote and they all have CC&Rs. So I'll hurry here. So the thing is transparency and fairness and the trust in all decisions that affect us. Respectfully, this decision belongs to our members, not a corporate vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we still have more?
Yes, we have a few more. Next speaker is Elizabeth Romano, and then following is Marjorie Huggins.
Thank you for your time. I want to address the fiduciary responsibility of the board and ask that there's 4 parts. I went to law school, and I'm also a corporate compliance CEO. And what's required with this fiduciary responsibility is that our monies go into a bank that's registered, that collects interest, and a report is made to us. I don't see that that's happened, and I would like to have the funds put in there accountable, getting us interest, which should run around $500,000 a month that we're losing. So that's simply all I'm asking for. Thank you.
Next speaker is Marjorie Huggins, and then following is Roberta Burke.
Okay, I'm here as a homeowner resident of Laguna Woods Village. Not my United group, not any group, just myself. I've been here 10 years, have been in total confusion how this place operates. And so forgive me for having maybe some bad information, but I'm just asking questions. First of all, I wanted to know if our staff CEO and our financial director are fiduciary, and whatever that means. And in the process of spending maybe $8 million of our dollars, if they have negotiated any price change for where our our security and gardening and that building, which they say will take 25 years to compensate for the $8 million they want to spend right now. And is everybody being aware of what's going to be the price of electricity and the price of, besides electricity, what am I thinking of? Forgive me for being so, but I'm an airhead. The electricity, for insurance, for all these extra costs, is that, we save money for that? And then for the 2 United people that represent where I come from, I thought that board said they did not want to go through with this building, and yet one of them has said, oh yeah, we need to go through for this $8 million. So only 29 more seconds here. Anyhow, and then the fact that this board has gone against the other boards who have rejected this project, how is that possible? It should take 3 years before a board can overturn another board's decision. 11 seconds are for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Final in-person speaker is Roberta Burke, and then we have 2 emails that I'll read after.
Unbeknownst to me, this was on the agenda to talk about people working here and buildings for those people. For those who don't know me, I'm here quite a long time. I'm here 28 years. Sounds like a long time to me, like a lifetime. Anyway, I came here because I was involved when we went from PCM to VMS. And it was my understanding at that time that the reason for doing that was because we weren't, in fact, going to be saving money. And so we went from groups of people who basically knew what was going on and taking care of, and a boss somewhere out there in Oshkosh who would oversee the people that were working in this community, and liked the idea of being able to sell to other people in other communities that he's taken care of this community for so long. And I thought that was a great idea, and I had my reasons that PCM should no longer be there. It was my understanding, though, that we were going to be hiring another company, and we didn't. Instead, we developed VMS, as I said 2 minutes ago. What I'm noticing now over the years that they're gone, aside from the fact that there's not a lot of supervision or oversight, is that we're hiring more outside companies. And I don't understand why, if we were able to take care of everything for so long, with the amount of people that worked here, what is the advantage that is now being seen to bring in all these outside companies who have absolutely no oversight, although some of them, I will say, do a really good job. So I would like to know, number one, is it still so that we can attend VMS meetings, not for the discussion of salaries and all that? I'm sure that's not the only thing discussed. But I think that one of the things that's happening in this community is that those people never hear what the rest of the residents have to say, complain about, or give suggestions for. So I would like to understand whether we are at times. And if not, I suggest we have every 2 months, maybe an open town hall, the way the other have. Anyway, so I would like to have an understanding now of how many department heads we had when we were PCM, and how many do we have now, and how many more people are working under those. I don't mean out in the field doing the actual physical work for us. I mean within the office staff.
Madam,
for VMS.
I'm sorry to say, but you're out of time.
I'm out of time.
And
Okay.
you're welcome to come to our town hall. And
That's GRF.
so what?
Say the same things, you mean?
You could.
That I
And we
would?
can pass the message down, or we can, and I understand you want a town hall with the VMS.
Yes,
and
I would like to know about the numbers.
we can talk about that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There are 2 emails that were sent in. The first one is from, sorry, let me clear the timer here. First one's from Nancy Carlson. They stated, since January, GRF raised new member fees from $7,500 to $10,000 and increased room rental fees to residents and clubs. Since January, VMS has submitted a series of supplemental appropriation requests for reserves totaling nearly $1 million to cover 2026 budget omissions and deficiencies. This $1 million depletion of GRS reserves is on top of $920,000 from reserves for VMS leasing office for staff and $16 million from the reserves for Ting. At the April board meeting, VMS's supplemental request from reserves for $336,500 stated for plans for a brand new Building E for certain field staff, which this board narrowly approved. The corporate members, however, are building decision makers, and they denied the costly proposals twice. Today's GRF agenda item 12G includes a VMS request for $331,445 from reserves for tenant improvements to the third floor for staff. Residents and realtors are complaining. 2026 resales are down, assessments are skyrocketing. VMS budgeting is unreliable. Members' money is not being well managed. Depleting our reserves is precipitous. And that is from Nancy Carlson. And then let me restart the timer for the next member. It's Amelia Morris.
What was the name?
Amelia Morris. They stated, I am writing on behalf of myself and many Laguna Woods Village residents regarding the upcoming lease renewal for the dog park located on village property. While we appreciate having a dog park nearby, many residents, especially seniors with small dogs, 3 to 8 pounds, are unable to safely use it. The park is frequently used by individuals from outside the village, often bringing large, high-energy dogs that can unintentionally injure small dogs or knock over seniors. With the growing number of coyote encounters, a safe and closed dog park is more essential than ever for our community. When this land was leased to the city in 2019, residents were promised a Phase 2 expansion to include a small dog area. This has not been completed. Most dog parks provide separate areas, and even a simple chain link fence dividing the space would greatly improve safety. Additionally, the Golden Rain Foundation manages Rossmore and Walnut Creek, where a dog park within the gated community includes separate areas for large and small dogs, demonstrating a proven solution. If these improvements cannot be made, we respectfully ask that the lease be reconsidered to better prioritize the safety and accessibility needs of Laguna Woods Village senior residents. Perhaps make it resident use only and make the entrance by the Clubhouse 4 parking lot so it can become a community asset with easier access for the seniors. Thank you for your time, care, and consideration. They also sent this to city officials as well. And that is all for open forum.
Thank you. So, we have a long list of people who spoke and responses to the open forum speakers. Do we have time for that?
Do we have time for that?
Yes.
Then I'd like to respond.
Okay. So let's try and be brief and respond to everybody that we can. Okay, the first person who spoke to us was Lee Gately.
No, it was Susan Smallwood.
Oh, Susan Smallwood. I'm sorry, Susan. And quite a few of you spoke about Building E. Do you want to respond about Building E, Jeannie?
Well, no, that wasn't my take, but I do appreciate the acknowledgement from John Beckett.
Okay.
My response was to Julian Godwin regarding the grief counseling from pet loss. What a brilliant idea, regardless of how your pet passes. For every reason you stated, it would be so important. As a pet owner and someone who lost a pet, that is a wonderful idea, and I hope social services can add that to their incredible menu of options for our residents.
And we've already passed it on to them, so we'll provide an update.
Fabulous.
Perfect. And to Roberta Burke, the VMS board meetings, I like the idea of the town hall, the VMS town hall, to put the residents in front of VMS. Love that idea.
Awesome. I think one of us will touch on the Building E, but I want to acknowledge two other people right now. Beth Parrick, talking about the history of Laguna Woods and Ross Cortese's vision, which is very important. Many people don't seem to understand, and there are 2-3 books that are written, and they are also available at our library. So if Beth, you want to come and enlighten us a little more with all this information, we have town halls set up once a month. I think it is the third Wednesday, correct? Third Wednesday, and it's in Clubhouse 1 at 1 p.m. We will give you a little time to talk about it, and that would be really awesome. The other one is Christine Collins. Christine, you always come to us with fabulous information from the foundation, which is very important. I know you must have mentioned it, but how would one get that decal to put in the window? Would that be through the social services or the foundation? So I would be really interested to know. I don't know if, Christy, are you still here?
No.
She left. Okay, I'll reach out to her. She's my neighbor. She's my neighbor too. So that was the two people I wanted to acknowledge and talk about. I hear there's a lot of mention about Building E, and Carmen, you want to talk about it? I can also support that.
Okay. First off, thanks everyone for coming to the meeting today and offering their suggestions. Since it's a diverse group and a lot of volume, I'd like to break it down into three comment sections. One is the 3 volunteers, Chris Collins, Juanita Skillman, and Beth Parrick. Thank you for your volunteerism in the community. It's very helpful, and thank you for showing up to do this on a regular basis. Thank you. The second item I'm breaking it down into three groups to keep it simple. One is the volunteerism, which we all volunteer, plus we have a lot of volunteers in the village. Number two is E, and number three is finance. So so thank the volunteers on the finance and budget. This particular meeting is a culmination of finance. So anyone that has interest in finance should go to the finance committee. And there's a finance committee in United, there's one in Third, there's one in 50, and there's one in GRF. I highly recommend that you go to those committee meetings to talk about finance. That's the second group. The third group is the E. The fiduciary responsibility of GRF is to maintain the village, period. And that's all aspects of the village. But if we go back to 2010 and 2014, Building E was starting to lose its guild or whatever you want to call it. And at the time, the GRF board, they were in charge of holding the fiduciary responsibility to the trust. And the trust is to maintain all assets. And that asset was dwindling, and it should have been replaced as a normal course of business at that time. Since then, it has been put on the back burner, back burner, back burner. So at this point in time, our responsibility, meaning this board, to the GRF Trust, is to take that building and to fix it, replace it, dump it, whatever we need to do to get our employees out of the lease space and back into their normal area where they work. They keep the security vehicles, all of the carpool, the pool maintenance on the equipment. Everything has to be within a reasonable working area. This parking lot is not that, but that's just my opinion. So anyhow, I just want to thank everyone for coming here today. What we voted on in the last month was $300 and some thousand, and that's to look at different ways of making that area or that building work. And that could be modular buildings or a stick building or a concrete building or whatever is there, maybe even fix what's there, I don't know. But that's what we voted on. We didn't vote on all these different numbers of 4, 5, 8, 10 million. All those numbers are non-existent. All we voted on was the architectural study to fulfill the GRF commitment to our trust. And that trust is between the GRF board, the trust document, and you, our members. It's a fiduciary responsibility.
Thanks, Carmen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
I just want to say ditto.
Okay.
And Carmen said it very, very well. And so many times people don't understand. They don't understand our trust and what the obligation of GRF is, okay? And one of the things that the boards have a responsibility for is the safety of this community. And how else can security provide services during a disaster if they're in this building and not a separate building being able to manage the disaster? And that's one of the things that you got to think about. We're not thinking about, oh, gee, it costs a lot of money to be here. We're thinking about the safety of our community.
Bunny, we don't need to get into details. But
I'm done.
Okay, thank you, awesome. Is there anything
I
else
have
we
a
need
responsibility.
to? Yes.
Yes, in addition that $361,000 that we voted, we try to ensure that we are not going to waste that money. So whatever direction the board will go, we will incorporate that one, and we had the discussion with the staff. Okay, so building a project, something has to be done, one way or the other. That is our, but to fulfill the fiduciary responsibility as a board.
Thank
Right,
you.
and second response that to the social service issue, Julian Godwin, yes, thank you very much for bringing that particular issue. But you mentioned that all the numbers and how many counselings that we do have. We have a regular report at the Security and Access Committee meeting every other month, third Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. And security that our committee meets, and very detailed information and statistics are being shared. So please come and find out. And Social Service Department is working so hard to fulfill, our responsibility to care for the resident. However, that particular issue we will consider, we will add into the topic. Thank you. And please come and see. And if you have any specific concern, just let the committee know so that we could really implement your request. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next meeting is June 3rd Wednesday of June, 1:30 p.m. All right?
Thank you.
We are not.
So I apologize, we do not allow back and forth discussion between
Yes.
members and the
No, we are
board.
not doing it.
Please turn your phones off,
Yes.
whoever's phone is going off. Okay.
So,
Thank you, everybody, for all the good comments and bringing all the stuff to our attention. And we will, I've got all the notes here, and we definitely will try to take it into consideration. Thank you. Okay, so moving on. Excuse me. All right. Yeah. Can we please, they are leaving. Can we please have some silence? They're all leaving. Okay. Next item is item 10A, recommendation from the Finance Committee, consent with the statutory obligation. I think that is to approve our consent calendar. Is that correct? Okay. Yes. And second, yes. If there is no objection, then the consent calendar is approved. Item A, B, and C is done. Unfinished business, disciplinary update report. Is anybody here from? Okay, hi Francis. Good morning.
Good morning. So before you is agenda item 11A, the disciplinary update report. The breakdown before you is for the months of February through April of this year, so the last 3 months. We started the month with 52 cases and ended the month with 64 cases. The delinquency violations, garden center violations, and nuisance violations have increased overall. The rest have remained the same. They have remained stable. So that concludes my report. So I'm available for questions if the board has it.
These things went up. Is this like a seasonal thing? Is it like the coyote season thing?
Which one, the nuisance one?
I'm just teasing.
Oh.
Why did this go up?
It went slightly up because, one, we are focused with the delinquencies. We're definitely focusing on your delinquency report. The delinquency report that you get in closed session for your finance committee, that triggers our department to send notices. So we've been focusing on that to make sure that all those people that are on your report have gone through a disciplinary process. The disciplinary process allows you the authority to cut back their cable, suspend their television services, their internet, and access to GRF facilities. And it's another tool that you have to get these members to either pay the outstanding balance or come to you for a payment plan.
All right. We have to keep a cane ready. Anyway, I'm just teasing. I'm in a different mood today.
Yvonne's got a cane. She can use hers.
All right. Thank you. Does anybody have a question? Any of you?
Just comment on that delinquency issue. Yeah, finance department, finance committee really closely looking at it, but it's not a major thing. It's very few, incidents of, they don't pay the fee, on time or something like that. So we are just really kids.
Mickey, I'm just being a little jester today. So
I'm just giving you a little
Sorry,
additional information.
you guys do a great job. Thank you for
I
keeping it
appreciate
under
the comment.
control. Yes.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is 11B, right? Entertain a motion to approve the revised trust facilities fee resolution, formally incorporated. So 11B, let's do that. Do we have any information on that?
Yes, Jeff Spees is coming to the podium to speak with you.
Hi, Jeff.
Jeff's our Community Services Manager.
Good morning, directors. This is just finalizing this has been on 28-day, so if you have any additional comments, otherwise we're just looking for approval.
So this is our final step on this. Last month we discussed it. We put it on 28 days. So now it's time. Do we need to vote for it? I think.
Yeah, if the board is ready to vote.
Yep.
Okay. That's a long resolution to read, Carmen.
Well, I'm prepared to read all of it.
Okay.
I believe, no, and I believe you guys read it last month, so you guys don't have to technically read it again.
So you can read the final paragraph on the bottom.
Yeah, the now therefore be it resolved portion,
Yes.
you can read if you'd like.
Here.
Now therefore, okay, so this is on the trust facilities fee. This is Resolution 90-20. Resolution 90-26-XS. Now and therefore be it resolved, May 5, 2026, that as a trustee of the Golden Rain Foundation Trust, a declaration of trust recorded March 6, 1964, the board will impose a fee to be known as the trust facilities fee in accordance with all terms and conditions contained within this policy and in California Civil 4580 on all transactions involving the purchase of separate interest in any of the trustors' common interest developments. Third, Laguna Hills Mutual and Laguna Woods Mutual, 50 Mutual, each of which hereinafter referred to as trustor within the city of Laguna Woods, has an obligation of the purchasers, effective date January 1, 2026, for the purposes of determining effective date. Purchase contracts entered prior to January 1, 2026, in which escrow opens before January 1, 2026, and closes on or before March 31st, 2026, are deemed transactions occurred prior to the effective date.
Thank you. Do we need to vote on this?
You make a motion first.
Okay. So,
Make a motion.
motion here, second there. If there's no objection, then the motion is carried.
Do we need to vote on the screen? Yep, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Did we skip?
No, this is 11B. 1 second, let's finish this. Yes.
I vote yes.
Thank you, John. Okay. Director Kelsall voted yes. We need Bunny's vote. And I believe Yvonne's vote as well. Perfect,
mine
thank
was-
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All in favor? Thank you, Jeff, appreciate it. So it carries. Move on. We're going to item 12A. This one is about the donation of a horse trailer, camera, and 2 shade cloths for the equestrian center.
Okay.
Resolution 90-26-XX. Donation of a horse trailer, camera, and 2 shade cloths for the equestrian center. Whereas the Saddle Club would like to donate the horse trailer, camera, and 2 shade cloths for the equestrian center. Whereas Laguna Woods Village clubs and/or individual residents have historically donated items to GRF to enhance GRF facilities, services, and programs for the enjoyment of all village residents. And whereas the donation will offset operational costs for the equestrian center, and costs are estimated at $400 for the trailer camera, $400 for the shade. Whereas the staff installed a new horse trailer camera and 2 shade cloths will replace if necessary, and GRF will replace if necessary. And whereas on March 24, 2026, the Community Activities Committee recommended approval of this donation and directed staff to forward the request to GRF board at the next meeting. Now therefore be it resolved May 5, 2026, that the board of directors of this corporation hereby adopts the Saddle Club donation of a horse trailer camera and 2 shade cloths for the equestrian center, and resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized to carry out this resolution as written.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to bring this to the floor? Do I have a second? All in favor?
Do we have to vote on screen?
Oh, that's right. All in favor.
I vote yes. Do we vote on screen?
Yes, give me one moment.
Is there any discussion? Well, is there any discussion?
No, there's no discussion.
No, if not, we will vote.
Director Kelsall, do you want to provide your vote?
Yes.
Thank you. We need Bunny. And then I'll mark Cush as absent for this vote.
All right. The motion carries 8-0. Thank you, Saddle Club, for your generous donation. Moving on, item 12B, entertain a motion to approve Performing Arts Center Music Room Reservation modification. This is on 28-day, this is the initial notification.
Resolution 90-26-XX, Performing Arts Center Music Room Reservation Modifications. I'm going to skip down to now and therefore be it resolved June 2, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby approves a resolution to approve modifications to the scheduling procedures for the Performing Arts Center Music Room to allow for reservation-based use with first come, first served drop-in access when the room is not reserved. And further, resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are authorized on behalf of the corporation to carry out the purpose of this resolution.
Do I have a motion to bring it to the floor, John? Do I have a second? We'll go with Yvonne. Discussion?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, does the, if we go to a reservation system, does this have a financial impact on revenue for the PAC? that they'll come under the same
I believe we have
criteria, the
Allison
dynamics.
Giglio here
Good
from our
morning,
Recreation
everybody.
Department.
Yeah, bringing everything up to reservation, we would generate more revenue. I don't know that it's going to be a huge amount, but it would be more consistent with the rest of our reservations.
Right, so.
Yes.
Finance Committee endorsed that because of that. Yeah, there was a little plus side, not minus side. Just for your information.
Anyone else? If not, shall we vote?
We're voting on screen?
We are voting on screen.
I vote yes.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Again, I'll mark President Bada as absent.
8-0, the motion carries. Thank you. All right, okay, 12C, entertain a motion to approve Recreation and Special Events Department operating rules review with regards to golf course dress code amendment. Well, this is item 12C.
12C, page 5 of 94, Resolution 90-26-XX, Recreation and Special Events Department Operating Rules Review with Golf Course Dress Code Amendment. I will read down to, now therefore be it resolved on June 2, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby adopts the Recreation and Special Events Department Operating Rules with the Golf Dress Code Amendment. And further resolved, Resolution 90-26-12, adopted March 3, 2026, is hereby superseded and canceled to the extent that they differ. And resolved further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized to carry out this resolution as written.
Do I have a motion to bring this to the floor? Director Cornell, second. Director Choi Ho. Any discussion?
Yeah.
Okay. Director Rosa.
Yeah, to that individual that went after my wife at the golf course for what she was wearing, she was totally out of line. We went golfing, and the woman thought that my wife needed to have a dress on or a skirt or something like that, and I'm just saying this is the policy now, and to please don't be going after other golfers based upon what you think the policy is. Thank you.
We'll leave that up to the VMS staff. All right. With that being said, are we ready to vote? Yes?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Thank you. Again, I'll mark President Bada as absent.
Eight to 0, the motion carries. All right. Sorry, I lost my place here. Hang on. Be right back. All right. 12D. Entertain a motion to approve resident request for exceptions to GRF Recreation and Special Events Department policies and procedures for the Memorial Care Hospice and Bereavement event. This is item 12D.
A lot of pages here.
Well, 12C was a bit weighty. All right. Would you care to read the resolution?
C comes before D. Okay.
5 of 16.
Page 5 of 16, agenda item 12D is in David. Resolution 90-26-XX, resident request for exemption to GRF Recreation and Special Events Department policies and procedures for Memorial Care Hospice and Bereavement event. I'll read down now and therefore be it resolved May 5, 2026 that the Board of Directors, this corporation hereby adopts the request for exception to waive the room rental fee and lottery participation for the Memorial Care Bereavement event to be held in the Clubhouse 7 Main Lounge on June 5, 2027, and therefore further resolved that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized to carry out this resolution as written.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to bring this to the floor? Director Brosa, do I have a second? Director Portello. Any discussion?
I think I heard this thing before, but can
Yes.
if Allison come out to explain what it's all about and why we have to make an exception rule? So please.
Yes, thank you. Yes, a resident who volunteers for Memorial Care came to us and wants to rent one of our rooms at Clubhouse 7 for the event in 2027. And in order to reserve the room now, she would not be included in the lottery process that we make all clubs and residents and everyone go through to reserve those rooms. So they're asking for us to waive the room fee, which would be the exception rate because it's a resident booking on behalf of an outside organization. And also, we would reserve the date for them, which means that all the people that submit for, in this case, there's a group that has a rollover for use of that room. So we would either have to cancel that club's reservation, or we would have to relocate them to another area, or we could take this rental and move them to another open room as well, which we do have some flexibility there to do that. The board has granted an exception for this in the past. The event is called Wings of Memory, A Time to Remember. It's a nonprofit event that honors the memory of loved ones lost and allows testimonials to be given by the bereaved with an outdoor butterfly release. They want Clubhouse 7 because they do have outside volunteers that come in, so they would not have to get gate clearance. It's just a little bit easier for them to use that. And it has an outdoor area where they could release those butterflies. And this event brings about 90 to 100 volunteers in the OC area. And the Memorial Care Hospice and Palliative Program serves a large majority of patients in Laguna Woods and is supported by many area volunteers. And as you know, Memorial Care is our premier wellness provider sponsor in the village, but this event is not part of the contractual agreement. So this volunteer has just come to us. They want a room to have their event, and it could be quite costly with the exception rate.
Any other discussion, questions? If not, are we ready to vote? Michaela, we're ready to vote.
Are we going to vote on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you.
I vote yes.
Thank you, Director Kelsaw. We need Director Cornell's vote. Okay, perfect. We have it. Okay, we have everyone's.
All right, can we back over to you?
So it is unanimous that it got approved. Thank you, thank you. 12E. Entertain a motion to approve the guest rate pilot program for, I think this is about part 3, isn't it?
Yes.
All right.
Resolution 90-26-XX, the Junior Guest Rate Pilot Program at the Par 3 Golf Course. I'll read down to the bottom. Now therefore be it resolved, June 2, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby adopts a Junior Guest Rate Pilot Program at Par 3 Golf Course at $10 for those under 18 years of age for summer 2026 as a limited pilot program. And resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized to carry out this resolution as written.
Fabulous. Are we voting online? Do we have a discussion? Do we want to pass a motion?
Well, okay, first we have to move the
Get on.
motion. to
Yeah,
the
that's
floor.
what I mean.
Okay, I move. that
I
we
second
bring this
it.
to the floor.
Second. All right. Discussion? Anybody? Yes, sir?
I want to propose an amendment to the resolution that the rate be adjusted for the balance of 2026, that we have a larger window that we can compare what it was for 25 and 26, not just the summer, but for the rest of 26.
Anybody else have any suggestions?
I agree with
Okay.
Martin.
Jeannie, would you want to amend your motion with that suggested amendment?
I can. I want to entertain a motion to, I want to move that we entertain a motion to approve the Junior Guest Rate Pilot Program on the Par 3 course for the entirety of 2026. How's that? Does that work? All right.
I'll second it.
Thank you. So, any discussion? Okay, so we go back to the voting. All right. What is 8:14? 8:12.
It's our
It says
discussion.
summer 26.
Oh, we have timer for our discussion?
Yeah.
Yes, I just paused it, so you
What's
guys
to
should be able to
discuss?
start voting.
We are on Michaela's leash,
Are we
okay.
voting? Are we voting on the
Yeah,
summer
you could vote.
26 or balance of 26?
Balance of 26.
It says summer 26.
So these are done pre-meeting, so
This is previously written.
we'll update
It'll
it
be
later on.
updated
The amendment is still
following the
recorded.
meeting. Yes, I typed it in, it's just not showing up on your guys' screen for some reason, but it's on my end, the correct
Okay.
motion's made.
You're the record
Okay.
keeper.
And then Director Kelsall, can I get your vote?
Yes.
Thank you. We just need Director Carpenter's. Motion passed.
You're welcome.
12E is done.
I think it's a good thing.
Okay, if we are done, then moving forward, next item is number F, entertain a motion to approve recreation room rental fee for Clubhouse 5 Fitness Center. May initial notification, 28-day notification for member review and comments to comply. So this is the final end of 28 days. Okay.
I'll read the resolution 90-26-XX, Clubhouse 5 Fitness Classroom Rental Fees. We'll scroll down to the bottom now, and therefore be it resolved June 2, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby adopts the room rental rates for Clubhouse 5 Fitness Classroom as established by Financial Services, and further resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized to carry out this resolution as written.
Awesome.
I move that we accept the
Okay,
motion as
I'll
written.
second it.
thank you. Any?
I have a question, point of order, okay? Because my understanding is this is going on for the first time. Okay, so this isn't the final vote, this is the initial vote to bring it to 28 days, is that correct? Just for clarification
Okay,
purposes.
maybe I misspoke.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
that's okay. For
So-
those playing along at home, yeah.
All right, do we need to vote?
Any discussion?
Is there any discussion?
I don't see anybody. Okay.
Okay, Director Kelsall?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
And then we just need Director Carpenter. Perfect. Motion passed.
Moving right along, we are at item 12G. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, this is a long one. Entertain a motion to approve a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $336,445 for the Facilities Reserve Fund, from the Facilities Reserve Fund, and for the construction of the Community Center third floor tenant improvement project. This is, okay, IC manual is in the room. Would you like to read the resolution?
I'll read the resolution 90-26-XX, supplemental appropriation for community center third floor tenant improvement. I'll read down to the, scroll down to the bottom, 9. Now and therefore be it resolved on May 5, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby approves the supplemental appropriation in the amount of $361,445 from the Facilities Reserve Fund for the construction of the Community Center third floor and tenant improvement project, and resolved therefore that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized on behalf of the corporation to carry out the purpose of this resolution.
Okay,
I move that we bring this to
okay.
the floor.
Seconded. Anybody to Any discussion?
Director Kelsall on Zoom has his hand raised.
Okay.
Yes. My question is, does this have any association or relationship to the issue of Building E?
No.
No.
None. Thank you.
Are you familiar that this room on the top floor of the third floor of this building used to be our old gym?
Yes.
The old gym moved down to the level 1 many years ago, and this room has been, there's been decision on and off for several different purposes. In the past 2-3 years, I think it's the PC Club who's been using them at tax season for assistance to do their taxes. But now
Okay,
we are
thank you.
doing a final decision to convert this so that one of the MNC departments will be able to call this their final home. So that's what the construction is for, what we call tenant improvement, to build walls, break walls, put desks and stuff like that. So that is the 361, and I misspoke, it was 331, but it's 361,000. Anyway, are we ready to vote on this one, or have we already done that? Or do we need a motion still?
We have a motion on the floor. If you guys are ready to vote, I can
Can,
put it on the screen.
if you are ready, we are ready.
Yes, sir. Let me pull it up for you guys. Okay. And then Director Kelsall, can I get your vote?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, well done, everybody.
I think we need Director Rosa. Perfect. We have everyone. Motion passed.
So now we are at item number H.
12H.
Yes. That is about the Clubhouse 6 pool skimmers. All right. Entertain a motion to approve the supplemental appropriation in the amount of $8,250 from the facilities reserve funds for a construction change order to replace 2 skimmers at the Clubhouse 6 pool. All right, where are we?
The resolution,
1 second.
shall I
Go
read the
ahead.
resolution?
Yes, please.
Resolution 90-26-XX, supplemental appropriation for Clubhouse 6 pool skimmers. Scroll down, now therefore be it resolved on May 5, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby approves the supplemental appropriation in the amount of $8,250 from the Facilities Reserve Fund for a construction change order to replace 2 skimmers at Clubhouse 6 pool, and resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized on behalf of the corporation to carry out the purpose of this resolution.
Awesome. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we
Jeannie?
accept.
I second it.
Second by Carmen. Mickey, you had to say something? No. Okay, all right. Thank you, sorry. Okay,
Open the vote.
any discussion, anybody? I think pretty straightforward, and let's go to the thing. Let's vote, guys.
And Director Kelsall?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
We just need Director Carpenter's vote. Thank you. Motion passed.
Bunny, is your finger not working today?
You have to keep hitting that thing till you see it on the thing. Okay. Number I, H is done. All right. This is regarding the entertain a motion to approve the supplemental appropriation in the amount of $12,000 from the facilities fund for the fabrication and installation of replacement pool entry gates at Clubhouse 5 and Clubhouse 6. All right, we're doing a lot of things this month.
I'll read the
guys.
resolution 90-26-XX, supplemental appropriation for Clubhouse 5 and 6 pool entry gate replacements. Scroll down, now therefore be it resolved on May 5, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby approves the supplementary appropriation in the amount of $12,000 from the Facilities Reserve Fund for the fabrication and installation of replacement pool entry gates at Clubhouse 5 and 6, and resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized on behalf of the corporation to carry out the purpose of this resolution.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we
Jeannie
accept.
and Mickey, seconds. Any discussion?
I just have a question.
Okay.
What made the gates in
Excuse me.
access in excess?
Martin had his hand.
Oh,
up.
sorry.
I just want to make the comment that it was made informed that clubhouses 1, 2, and 4 already have that access, and so this is just getting 5 and 6 up to snuff.
Okay, if that is a point, thank you. Yes, CD, carry on.
I think that answered my question. It's just lowering the...
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Fabulous. Okay, anybody else?
Director Kelsall had his hand raised. I don't know if he still has a comment or question.
Okay, Director Kelsall?
My colleagues answered the question. Thank you.
Awesome.
Great minds.
Thank you, thank you. All right, if you're ready, then we should vote.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Got it.
Motion passed.
Okay. Manuel, we're making your work very easy today. Thank you. All right. Number J. Entertain a motion to approve defunding of 2 reserve expenditures item from Facilities Fund on May 5th, 2026. All right.
Resolution 90-26-XX, proposed defunding. I'll scroll down. Now therefore be resolved May 5, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby approves this resolution in accordance with the described reasoning. Resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized on behalf of the corporation to carry out the purpose of this resolution as written.
I move that we bring this to the floor.
Okay. Thank you. Now, do we have any further discussion on this?
Martin has.
Yes, Martin?
Yeah, I'm just not in favor of this resolution. I think that it needs to go back to committee for further discussion.
Okay, point noted.
And then Director Kelsall has his hand raised on Zoom.
Okay.
Yes, may I get clarification of what the 2 reserve expenditures are?
Who would like to explain to Director Kelsall?
Well, the Steve is there, so.
Okay, here is Mr. Hormuth.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity. So the recommendation coming from staff and endorsed by the Finance Committee at their most recent meeting stems from an original approval of the solar installation project, which was $2 million back in April 2025, and another $650,000 for the electric vehicle charging stations that was approved at the same April meeting. In September of 2025, the corporate members voted to effectively, they declined the funding for these 2 projects. So these 2 have been sitting on the expenditure reports, implying that these monies would be spent in a reasonable amount of time. So the recommendation at the Finance Committee was just from a cleanup perspective to remove this from the current funding list When we get to the treasurer's report, when Director Mickey Hochoi will be presenting, you'll see $2.6 million in encumbrances under the GRF facilities.
Right.
That is effectively these two items. By defunding it today, it would remove it from the proposed funding plan. Not to say that this cannot come up in the future. I think there's been plenty of arguments in favor of the solar panels moving forward. But if and when that time comes, much more information will be brought forward and a design plan will come forward. So once again, this is just a recommendation from staff endorsed by the Finance Committee to make what you have listed as funded consistent with the corporate members' direction.
Comment?
Yes.
Yes, this action was taken from the last year. The board approved that, not defunding, but did not go ahead and do the project. So, I mean, we all assumed that the previous board probably had to remove that thing from the, our reserve fund as an incumbent, but they did not. So, I mean. So we decided that since this is not actively approved project, I think at this time, it's better for us to remove from that list so that our reserve balance is accurate enough. That's it.
So will this go back into our reserve account or?
That's correct.
Yes.
It would be approved funding. It'll also help us when we are going through the budgetary process.
Right.
When I am predicting the year imbalances for both 26, 27, 28, that this funding, in our view, should not be included because it has already been voted down by the corporate members. Once again, if
Yes.
you wish to bring it back, we can do that at any time.
Okay. Do you have any other point to mention, Martin?
Yes, I'm not in favor of the total approval of this resolution. I can understand removing the EV charging, but the solar should be sent back to committee because of, well, there's many factors. There's so many things going on with solar, and as well as with what needs to be done in the village. Keeping the allotment for the money would fast track us because we have a limitation on how long we can use or get a refund from, for the solar projects that we might consider doing. We know that maintenance, we know we got to do something out at Building E, whatever it is, we don't know, but we got to do something. But I can see, it's like Howard Fox told me, we could build something there, we could put something with solar in there too. I just think it's good to have the money available. That's my personal opinion.
Usually I don't.
Sorry, Yvonne.
Yeah, usually I don't have a lot to say, excluding the fact that I agree with Steve about showing it on our financial records.
Yes.
The other thing is that the solar has been voted down by our corporate members. Why would we want to bring it forward again and have it voted down again? I think that we should follow Steve's suggestion and approve this. Thank you.
As a follow-up, in the current, I don't think I wanted to talk about this anymore, but since it's coming up, solar is a project which we have been discussing with other mutuals, and they are warming up with the idea that it is a very essential thing for our village. The big question that I did ask you earlier was, will this money go back into the reserve, and we can always pull it out of the reserve if a project was approved? And that is the question which is most vital. So if that money is not going to be earmarked for something else, then it would be okay to do that. So
The answer to that question is yes. The money will go back to the available funds for your facilities fund. Correct.
okay, please be recorded.
Director Kelsall has his hand raised on Zoom.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I agree with Steve and what he's proposing in this proposal, and I agree with the proposal. At the same time, I agree with Kush and Martin that it should be reviewed for future use, especially with solar.
Okay. Do we want to vote on it?
I just want to say exactly what John said. He said it so well. I understand why we're doing this from a financial point of view, but I totally agree that we should move forward with solar. And I think the reason it was voted down was because of the way the solar program was what was presented. And I think that is an opportunity for GRF to do it better next time. But I do agree that this is appropriate now.
So we want to do it. I mean, we want to do the solar in the near future.
I say maintain the appropriation.
I don't know.
But that's not on the vote.
I don't want to step on the corporate members' toes, but I just,
I think if a program is put together, the right program, I think the corporate members will get behind it and we will have no problems at that time.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. So let's discuss that at our closed session, but right now let's focus on this. And
I think John, Director
Wait,
Cornell
John.
had his hand up.
Oh, John, sorry.
Okay,
about
I'm
that.
not sure what I'm voting on. There's been discussion.
It's
I
a
agree with
financial
you,
issue.
Morton.
You're moving money from this pot into this pot.
Right, but we can bring up solar
Again.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Oh, just point of order. We are not, we are voting on the motion at this time.
Right. But the motion is to move the money from this side to that side.
Mickey, you can't vote twice.
And then Director Kelsall, can I get your vote?
Yes.
Thank you.
come on, more red.
Motion passed.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Martin, we'll get it done. J. H-I-J-K-L.
Aaron, it's finally Aaron's turn. K.
Letter K.
12K.
H-I-J-K. Entertain a motion to approve evaluation of Clubhouse 1 and 5 as potential American Red Cross care and reception centers. Wow.
Hey, I don't see K.
Looks like it's just a discussion. Oh, no, it's a motion, right?
Here it is.
Yeah.
I don't see the.
Do you want me to give you mine?
We need staff to give an overview of this item.
Sorry?
Would you like staff?
Well, we're looking for a resolution.
We don't see the resolution.
I don't think we have a K.
I believe this one does not have a resolution.
Okay.
That's probably right.
That's the charter.
12I or something.
No.
Go to
K.
I.
Yeah, this one does not have a resolution.
Okay, so,
It has a staff report.
Okay.
There's a staff report, it would just need a motion.
okay, so
No resolution.
recommendation is to review and recommend authorization for staff to coordinate with the American Red Cross to conduct an assessment of Clubhouse 1 and 5 as potential care and reception centers for use during emergency or disaster situations. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to
Accept
adopt
staff's
the recommendation.
Okay. Thank you. Second. Any discussion on this?
Director Kelsall has his hand raised on Zoom.
Okay.
Yes, one of the reasons Clubhouse 1 and 5 are being considered for this is because they are the only ones that are acceptable to American Red Cross because they have generators.
That's right.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. Does anybody else?
I have a question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Is this evaluation going to cost any money?
Say that again.
Is this evaluation going to cost any money?
Ooh, I don't know.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
We also have a member
Simple
comment.
question has simple answers. Thank you.
He was waiting for his star turn the entire time.
All right. Next item.
Oh, we do have a member comment,
Okay.
if the board would like to.
Well, it's another member comment.
I would likely strongly suggest that this be amended to include Clubhouse 3. I know Clubhouse 3 does not have a generator at this time, but that's something that we can remedy. Clubhouse 3 is our biggest clubhouse. It has seating for over 800 people already in there, 2 dining rooms, 2 kitchens, separate rooms that can be used for radio and medical triage. It also has the largest parking lot and easy access. I think that if we're doing an evaluation, we should evaluate that, and if they say what it's lacking is all it's lacking is a generator, then we need to put a generator in there. I think you're going to find there are the things that are lacking in the other 2 clubhouses as well.
Mr. Chair?
Good point.
Yeah, just comment response to that request. I mean, it's been already mentioned
Quiet, please.
during the Security and Access Committee, so we will discuss it in the future. It's including the future item. At this time, only thing 1 and 5 is considered because of the generator. But, we need to really make accessible with the generator to be placed in other clubhouses, and we will consider it and we will discuss it.
Is that okay with you, Juanita?
Well,
Okay, so
In the
1 and
future.
5 for sure is being considered. The other clubhouses are very important too. Since they don't have generators right now, we are working on, or we have requested MNC to come back with the cost to create a hookup that in case of an emergency, we can get a generator, a rental or whatever, and it can be hooked up from the outside. So it may take a little time, like half an hour, 2 hours, whatever, one day, but a generator, be ready to connect a generator there. So we are working on that. I think that is not open information already being sent out, but I am talking about it right now, so you know that we are working on it for the future possibility. Yes, sir.
Just for clarification, I'm in agreement with Director Skillman. I think Clubhouse 3 would be an optimal location. Unfortunately, it does not currently have a generator, so that's why it's not being considered. But just for staff's or for the board's edification, we are currently doing research on generators for Clubhouses 3 and 7, and a staff report will be coming in the future on that.
Correct. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Last time I checked. And I'm going to ask the same question I asked in the disaster and preparedness. I think we should evaluate all of our clubhouses in case of a huge emergency. 2 or 3 clubhouses may not be enough if 12,000 or 18,000 people need some type of a shelter. Clubhouse 2 has a kitchen. It has indoor and outdoor covered space. It has rooms. I believe that clubhouse as well should be evaluated as well.
And the only reason we weren't looking at Clubhouse 2 is because of the close proximity to Clubhouse 7. And we're looking at Clubhouse 7 as being a potential site for care and reception from American Red
Clubhouse
Cross.
2 could handle far more people, I would think.
Parking.
Yeah, the parking would be
Well,
an
people are
issue.
coming, I'm sure people are coming by foot if we have a huge emergency. So
We can look at that as well. We can add Clubhouse 2 to our
I think we need
research
to
for
look
the
at,
generators.
bottom line, we need to take a look at all of our
All
clubhouses
of our
being available to our residents
Correct.
and what it would need, what they would need in order to make that happen. And then we can make a decision as to whether the financial is worth it or if they're even viable. But we don't know unless we look.
Understood. And again, just for clarification, when it comes to the American Red Cross, these assessments are done, but that doesn't necessarily mean that during a disaster that they're going to use one of those facilities.
Depending on-
As we all know, Laguna Hills High School is currently a care and reception center. But having the option is what we're looking for.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes.
The disaster will dictate what location that we're going to be housing, stuff like that. It just depends on what is going on and the problem and where we got to be and where we don't have to be.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's a possibility that we may not be able to go to
One or three.
many of them, because if the road is buckled and you cannot drive, then you're screwed. So, but it all depends, and I think Chief is here. Do you have something to say to us?
On another topic.
Okay, all right, we'll wait for that.
So the motion on the floor is?
Okay, so motion is on the floor. Do we need to vote?
I think so.
Okay,
Yep, I'm just getting the voting screen up. Director Kelsall?
Yes?
Thank you.
good.
Perfect, motion passed.
Motion passes. Okay, Red Cross is done. Next item is, we just did K. so
12L.
L. Entertain a motion to rescind Resolution 90-18-37 and dissolve the Disaster Preparedness Task Force. Okay.
Resolution 90-26-XX, dissolution of the Disaster Preparedness Task Force. Scroll down, now therefore be it resolved May 5, 2026, that the Board of Directors of this corporation hereby rescinds the Resolution 90-18-37 and dissolves the Disaster Preparedness Task Force, and further resolve that Resolution 90-18-37 is hereby superseded and canceled in its entirety. And resolve further that staff is directed to return the Board of Directors with a proposed framework for the establishment of a standing disaster preparedness committee, and resolve further that the officers and agents of this corporation are hereby authorized to carry out this resolution as written.
Okay.
I move that we entertain the motion.
Thank you.
I second it.
Thank you. Discussion, anybody have anything to say? Is Director Steve Parsons in the room or online?
He's in the room.
Okay. Okay, Director Parsons, do you have something to say? Always, okay. You did call me.
No, is this working?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, as you know, we're in a process of restructuring and developing a resident-oriented disaster preparedness plan. And you have members that are working with us on this. We had proposed last month to have you a new charter built. However, some other things have come up, and the proper coordination hasn't been done yet. So we're in the process of it. Hopefully it'll be done this week, and we can get it to you in a timely manner for you to consider. But this is like a restructuring thing between these two items of L and M.
Okay.
So the resident-oriented portion of this is what we're going to be developing a charter for.
Thank you. So in simple words, we are still going to have a disaster preparedness committee, which is going to be a freestanding committee, not under security, but it will be by itself. And General Parsons will be in charge.
Well, no, we have a steering committee,
Yeah.
which Jeannie is on.
I'm just teasing you.
No, but yes, it would be reformed, and we have about 160 people already identified, and we're coming forward.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, sir.
So this is not a GRF committee?
It is.
It is a GRF, but it's a joint.
Joint. Joint.
Chaired,
Reporting
joint
directly-
chaired, yeah.
And remember, this is pre-disaster. It's not during a disaster. In a disaster, all of this rolls up to security.
Well, yeah.
It has to.
We have to abide by
Yeah, this is just
regulations.
a preparation to get everybody ready and in a mode so that this can happen.
So what's that guy behind you think about that?
I think he likes it.
He's involved.
Chief, what's your thoughts? Are you're cool with that?
Yes, thank you very much, President and Director Rosa, to be able to speak today. We actually, as Director Parsons has spoke previously or mentioned, that we kind of started working towards this in our last disaster preparedness. It was always kind of an odd situation for me to be in, to be the chair and have boards of directors that I would have to direct, in that capacity. And I don't have a problem being the support staff in that situation as the subject matter expert in terms of our coordination with the city and the operational area. I think it's a good idea. Most task forces are only propped up in order to achieve a certain goal. Once that goal is, accomplished, and they usually, like any other ad hoc committee or something, they kind of go away anyways. Whether it's, and this is all GRF, obviously, it's through SEAC is what in the background is that SEAC was the GRF committee that oversaw the workings and doings of our disaster preparedness task force. In order for somebody else to take control, we thought we'd just put somebody initially, but that wasn't the case. We needed to rescind this and make it go away completely, and then you as a board can decide on, and I guess that's what's coming up next, on some of the discussions which will help direct staff into helping to put together what that board would look like, or that committee, I should say, and then obviously creating the charter that would go along dictating on how it will operate and who is in that chain of command. So I'm supportive of that, and I know that Director Parsons and his steering committee are working hard with the volunteer base that we've had all along, but actually have recruited more people involved and energized it, knowing that there's going to be a focus on this on the volunteers. And I will still be playing the role where I am the person that's actually making the connections with all of the other entities that are really come to bear on an actual disaster. That's the Orange County Fire Authority, Orange County Sheriff's Department, the city themselves, and the operational area ran through Orange County that handles disasters. So, I think it'll work well, depending on how this board puts everything together and agrees to. So, yep, I'm supportive of it.
Thank you. Yes, Mickey.
Yes, as Chief said, a previous disaster committee was the ad hoc committee, so under the security and access. So it was not independent thing.
Correct.
And as soon as I was put to chair the disaster preparedness task force, I was overwhelmed. So now, and also the structure, the co-chair with Chief and myself, it was kind of awkward. But I think it's a good move. And that task itself is humongous. And you really have to have an organized, the community-wide organization. So I believe it is a good move, and I am strongly supporting it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay,
Dr.
just one
Parsons.
final comment. Remember, this is not two separate entities. We're preparing to support EOC and Chief of Security in the event of any disaster. And folks, I've talked to was it FEMA directly, and they said, folks, you have got to remember two things. The two critical elements are information and time. You've got to get those things really quick. And that's what we're trying to do to support him so he can get it out to the proper authorities to move. So don't think of it as two independent things. We're on the same wavelength, on the same train together. So thank you.
Thank you for doing this and steering this up.
Director Kelsall on Zoom has a comment or question.
Thank you. Director Kalsal?
Yeah, number one, Steve put me on your committee. Number two, as I understand this is a procedural motion to get rid of the disaster preparedness ad hoc committee to open up the room, the ability to establish the committee and the charter, right?
Correct. That is right.
That'll be the next item, John.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
We're on it.
Thank you.
Okay, where are we? What do we do?
Yeah, we have a motion on the floor, so if you guys are ready, I can get the vote
Yes.
on screen. Okay,
We are in time.
perfect. And then Director Kelsall, if I can get your vote?
Definite yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
We
Choo-choo
need
is-
Director Rosa's vote and Director Carpenter. Motion passed.
Good job. Choo-choo is moving, and next item is
12M.
M. We did that, didn't we?
No,
This-
we just did L.
Yeah, so there's no staff report for this item. It's solely just for you guys to discuss and have a possible motion to establish a disaster preparedness committee and develop a committee charter.
Okay. Discussion and possible action to establish disaster preparedness committee, directors to develop a committee charter, oral discussion. So I don't think it is in here.
No.
And I leave it open to you.
No, we just need a motion on this.
Okay. Motion.
Move forward.
Any second by Mickey. Okay, discussion. We already dissolved the task force, so now we are setting up a new committee. And this will be a full-fledged committee, which will be participated by all the 3 or 4 boards. And
Director Kelsall has his hand raised.
Yeah, Kush, could I recommend we remove the word possible and make this an action to establish a disaster preparedness committee?
where is the possible word?
The third word is discussion.
That's just on the agenda title, but if you guys make a motion to establish a disaster preparedness committee,
Okay,
the
that goes
word
away.
possible isn't within it.
Let's make that change and call it motion with amendment.
The motion was just simply to establish a disaster preparedness committee and to develop a committee charter. So the word possible is just part of the title itself. It had nothing to do with the motion.
I just want to make sure that it doesn't become something that doesn't happen.
You're
It's
right.
already happened.
Yeah,
We
it's
actually
happening. Yeah.
It's already happened.
What is the name of the committee?
Disaster preparedness committee. Okay, do we need to vote now?
If you guys are ready.
We voted.
No, we need
We
to,
didn't vote yet.
we need to vote it
We
in.
didn't vote anything in.
Okay, you ready?
And then Yvonne stepped away, Director Horton, so I'm going to mark her as absent on the votes. Director Kelsall, can I get your vote?
Absolute yes.
Thank you. And I think we need Director Rosa's vote.
Director Rosa?
Your finger's not working either today.
And Director Cornell.
I hit it.
You have to hit it multiple times.
There's a conspiracy.
There you go.
And then Director Cornell, can I get your vote?
It needs to see my fingerprint.
Okay. Motion passed.
Okay.
Identification.
Motion passes. Thank you, thank you. All right. With that, we
Thank
have
you.
completed all our commitment. Does the board need a 5-minute break?
Do we have time, Michaela? Are we good?
Yeah, we have time.
We can?
Then let's do that.
Okay, then let's take a 5-minute break.
Take a break.
Come back. Oh, I don't have it.
I'll put a timer on the screen so you guys can see.
Okay. 12:29, so let's be back at 12:31 or 35.
12:35.
12:35.
I can't see that fast.
Can we, yes, can we start? Is everybody back? Okay.
I know Director Horton has a brief comment before we proceed to the finance report.
Okay, she wants to us all.
What do we do to that? I missed it.
Director Horton?
I'm sorry to delay the finance report.
No worries.
All right.
Go ahead.
You had a,
No, just waiting.
oh, you have a, okay. So we are back from our brief break and moving forward. Let's go on with our committee reports. Director Choi, are you ready?
Yes, I am more than ready.
Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting, but
Right. You're
everybody
very
had
welcome.
the necessary things to get done.
Okay, table is already there. Slide 1 displays the operating fund activities, which excludes non-operating revenues, expenses, and depreciation. This report shows an unfavorable variance of $57,000 through the reporting period, with non-assessment revenue being worse than budget by $94,000, combined with total expense better than budget by $37,000. Let's go to next slide. This slide shows our most significant operating fund variance by category, with green bars representing favorable variances to budget and orange bars representing the unfavorable items. The favorable ones, you can see those professional outside services, employee compensation and related, so on. Utilities and telephone cable programming, utility telephone. Some of the items are favorable because of the timing. It has not been, toward the end of the year, so it might come down, but as of now. And unfavorable, some offsetting unfavorable variance includes cable programming, insurance, and repairs and maintenance. I believe the insurance was unfavorable by $211,000, primarily due to higher premium than anticipated as a result of unfavorable market condition, which is not controllable. And then repairs, maintenance is one
Please
favorable by
be quiet in the back. We need to have one meeting here.
$333,000 due to timing of various IT-related annual software subscription compared to the annual budget spread. The budget was spread across 12 months, and the subscription were paid at the beginning of the year. Okay, next slide shows sources of revenue other than the assessment, such as fees and rentals. Year to date, we earned $2.9 million in non-assessment operating budget. And you could look at all the numbers. It's just usual ones. So we can go on to next slide. Our largest operating fund expense was employee compensations and related, followed by insurance, professional, and legal fees. Of the $12.1 million, excluding depreciation, these two categories account for 66% of the total operating expenses. Cable programming, franchise, fees, repairs, maintenance, outside service, etc., make up remaining 34%. Okay, slide 5 displays the reserve fund activities, which I am closely monitoring, which excludes operating revenues and expenses. This report shows an unfavorable variance of $716,000 at this time through the reporting period, with non-assessment revenue worse than budget by $829,000, combined with total expense better than budget by $113,000. The unfavorable variance in revenue was due to less manor sold and resulting in less trust facilities fee revenue collected than anticipated. Slide 6, we have a slide here to show resale history from 2024 through 2026, and community-wide sales totaled 141 year-to-date, and most of these transactions generate the trust facility fees, transfer fee, used as a source of revenue for our reserves, as you know. So we really hope that the later part of the year, the resale number goes up so that we could have more revenues and we can work with it. Slide 7 shows the reserve and restricted funds adjusted balances are shown here. And starting with the first column on the left, reserve funds have combined ending balance of $40.9 million. Restricted fund balance have an ending balance of $2.8 million. Included in these totals are contribution received in 2026 through assessment, trust facility fees, and investment earnings. And second column shows the work in progress of $11.7 million for reserves and $0 for restricted, reflecting the amount paid for projects not yet completed. The third columns, the resulting adjusted fund balance of $29.2 million for reserve and $2.8 million for restricted. Next slide, 8, shows the listings on this slide gives you an idea where the reserve money is committed. Of the $32.6 million appropriated by the board for various projects and equipment purchases, the remaining encumbrance against our reserve fund is $18.5 million, primarily due to fiber improvement at work at GRF facilities. So this chart really reflects on the $2 million defunding and so on. So we like to keep it as a current, and the reason why we defunded today. However, again, if we, the board, as a group, decide to come back, the more detailed information and the project decided, then this table will change. So this is our money, reserve fund. It doesn't go anywhere, but shows the current level of our reserve fund. Okay, slide 9. We compare our adjusted fund balance to historical balances for the past 5 years on this chart, which shows that GRF has average of $35.7 million in reserve funds and $3.3 million in contingency funds. So by the time at the end of this year, as you know, all the project incumbent, the project will be done, then our level will go down as predicted, which is not usual. But you remember, so when the reserve goes down, then $35 million or average, we got a little nervous, and particularly finance department, so we are watching for it. All right, I think that's our financial report, and the resale value has been already presented. The audit committee, the whole report came a couple of weeks before, but yesterday we received the whole report for the individual emails. You received them all, right?
Email and mail.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So if anyone who wants to have the hard copy, you can request it. But you can download it and you can print it out, or you can read from your computer. That has been done. Thank you.
Okay, next is the report of the Community Activities Committee, Director Costello.
The Community Activities Committee, we last met on Thursday, April 9th. And at that time, a lot of the things that we brought to you at this meeting were approved and forwarded. I won't go over them in detail since we already voted on them. And we are going to meet again on Thursday, May 14th at 1:30 here in the courtroom.
Wow. Next is the report of the Landscape Committee, and we met on February 11th in this room, and we discussed what happened in that committee last month or in March. The next committee meeting is May 13th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. in the boardroom. Next, we go to the MNC committee, is Director Horton.
Thank you.
Sure.
Again, our last meeting was April 20th of this year, and everything we brought that we approved today was the things that we moved forward from that meeting on May 20th. However, I did want to mention that the people over at the shuffleboard, they thanked me profusely for the carpeting because I stopped by there, and we're all invited to go play shuffleboard. That's a true statement. And our next meeting is June 10th. We only meet every other month. And that concludes my report.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Sure.
What's the situation with the bocce ball court? Is that been leveled, or is there a problem with it?
I think the funding is not until 2027.
Ooh.
That's in that budget, yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
can, CAC can look at it as a supplemental
But
appropriation.
is there a problem? Has it been identified? That
Well, the
It was,
carpet needs to be,
I thought it was
it
unlevel.
was unlocked.
yeah. Earth moves.
I saw people in the bocce ball
Oh,
court.
They're
the other-
they're
And
playing.
apparently lane one is the worst.
Oh, okay. One is being used, the others are not.
No, just the opposite.
Oh.
2 and 3 are being used. Lane one seems to have a lingering problem with settling.
Yeah,
or
the
lack
closest
thereof.
one to the cement.
Yeah.
Let's ask MNC how much it would cost if there's any money left in the pot.
Well,
we
you know
can-
what? I will bring it, we're going to have a CAC meeting
Cool.
whenever I just said. So, yeah,
Thank you.
all right.
That would be nice. Keep the people happy, that's my primary goal.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, next is the report of the Energy Ad Hoc Committee, Director Rosa.
Yes, evidently there was a meeting on March 9th. Excuse me. Our next meeting is or in 2 weeks, May 18th, here in the boardroom. And I think we're excited about how we can enhance what is possibly occurring with Building E and the concern of what is being spent. We've got some opportunities there to look at, and
Good.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Done? Report of the Space Planning Committee, that would be me. The last meeting was in October of 2025. I don't think we have scheduled anything currently, but I think it's time to put this on the calendar, and I will work with the staff to help me schedule one. All right.
But shouldn't we be seeing the results of that Building E design? Remember? the three-
Would that be necessary right now? But at least scheduling a committee meeting would be? Okay. All right, then we'll wait for that. Report of the Broadband Committee, Director Rosa.
Yes, we had a meeting on March 29th. We had a field trip to the broadband building last week. And we have another meeting May 28th, and the reports we're getting from broadband is they're still trying to play catch up. They have ramped up. The slope is ramped up, but they're still a little bit behind there. And so, but yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of strange people out there. Nonetheless, they left a letter leaning against my building. But at any rate, they're moving along. Thank you.
Okay.
I am concerned, and you and I have had discussions about the installation and the fact that we get those weekly reports, and they're supposed to be, I can math like anybody, and they're not mathing at the right level in order to be completed by the end of the year, and I keep, calling Jose and saying, are you sure? Are you sure? And he keeps saying that he is.
Yeah,
So-
there's going to be some what-if questions asked and answered. Yes.
Yeah, and I have the same concerns that you do, and Jose gave me that same salesman. Everything's good to go. That would, because I went over on the tour.
Right. I don't know, again, I know what he's saying, and I know what the numbers are showing, and I am concerned. And
I
know,
believe
like I
the
said-
backbone has now made it over into Third, and the tributaries are beginning, but yeah, I know there's a ways to go nonetheless.
So this afternoon, we may have Jose and Paul
We
in
do.
our meeting.
We do.
So we can ask him a million questions over there.
Absolutely.
And don't let him off
No.
with any.
Okay, let me say, I don't want to put VMS on the spot.
Okay.
It's our role to put Ting on the spot. They are our contractor. We should be asking the hard questions. We ask them through our VMS partners, but they are the ones we contracted with, and they're responsible for putting this installation in. I'm concerned that we're holding their feet to the fire on this.
But
That's my concern.
VMS
the
and
important
Paul
part.
Ortiz is the design authority and our representative, nonetheless.
So we can have that discussion.
Okay. Next is report of the Mobility and Vehicles Committee.
Yes.
Director Costello.
That's me. We last met on Wednesday, March 25th. Since that time, we have rolled out our inaugural C3 commercial route on April 13th. It was standing room only on the buses. Everybody was super excited. And I understand from him that the buses are still at least 50% full all the time, going to the Arbor and the Four Corners route. Everybody seems to be very excited about the shopping opportunities that route is bringing. So that was exciting. I'm glad we could bring that to our residents.
Good change.
Yes, and you'll be seeing that we proposed some expenditures for our vehicles, all different types. In the amount of 3.2 million. Don't lose it. For 2027, if you remember correctly, and I do remember correctly, we did not. We pulled any expenditures for 2026, so some of those are rolling over to 2027 for your review and approval.
Good job. Okay, next would be the Security and Community Access Committee report from Director Choi Hoi.
Yes, we met on April 22nd, and we already had the whole report separating that disaster task force. And many people brought up the agenda, the issue on our item that street safety with the speeding and not stopping, so on. So they lined up and spoke, and they suggest us to study some of the areas or spots which are very dangerous, get accidents, so on. So we suggest the staff to look at it, and we're going to have some study how we're going to improve that. And plus, the Traffic Hearing Committee brought the action to increase the fine tickets, right? So we kind of endorsed it, and I think it will come up with the Finance Committee and board in the future. So we were dealing with it, and a lot of issues. We are going to have that next meeting on June, which one was the date was asked earlier session, but now it turned out to be the June 24th, 1:30 p.m. We will meet again.
Are you done? Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you.
I just want to make a comment, if I may.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just saying that if you issue a guest pass to someone, you as the resident have a responsibility for that guest. And that's all I'm going to say.
Thank you. Okay, next is report of the Laguna Woods traffic hearing. Director Horton.
They were all found guilty. What can I say? 15 people. And we have video, folks.
Okay.
That's it, my report.
36% of all citations are failure to stop. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I have a suggestion for the security committee. Put in speed bumps at the stop signs.
I'll vote for it.
They're cheap. You buy them right over there at Home Depot.
There is resistance to do that only because the
They're gonna, and
ambulances and the fire department.
I know, but that is old thinking, because the reason that fire departments do not like speed bumps is because firemen used to ride on the tailboard. I know, because I used to.
Okay.
And now everybody sits inside with headphones.
So there is a workaround. Let's talk about it at a later date.
A
or later time.
workaround? Increase the fees?
No. I like the idea because I spoke to some expert about this, and they said that, you know, the bots that or pots or whatever you call it, those
Dots.
those round things, if they are placed in a way that the fire department can pass right through because they are spaced correctly, then they don't have to go over that bump on those bots or
So
pots.
can everybody else.
No, the wheelbase of the fire truck is bigger than the normal car.
I'm willing to look at it.
Yeah, so that's what they said to me. I don't believe that 100%, but this is what, so there is a workaround. Yes, John?
If I'm in an ambulance, I sure as blank don't want to go over one of those things at speed, because I'm going to bounce right out of the, you know.
Yeah, I would object it too, but then
That's the Mets talk.
this is this side of. Anyway, where were we? Next is member hearings. Anything to mention, Madam Horton?
Yes, we had member hearings.
Okay.
That's all she can say.
We can't discuss that.
I know, but I don't know why it's on this list.
You're going to handle the next meeting.
Okay. All right. Report of the Disaster Preparedness Committee, Director Kelsall.
Oh, John.
Yes, we no longer are, and we continue. Anything else that needs to be said?
Okay. Moving right along. Report of the Information Technology Advisory Committee, ITEC as we call it. Director Rosa?
Yes, we had a meeting on March 27th, and our next meeting is later this month, May 29th, 1:30.
Awesome.
All I can say.
Anything else you want to tell us? Not yet. Okay. Report of the Strategic Land Use Ad Hoc Committee. Director Pachella?
Yes, we had our second meeting on April 24th, and then our next meeting will be May 22nd at 10 a.m. We managed to get the correct name of the committee down as the Strategic Land Use Ad Hoc Committee, and we passed around information on a mission statement and a scope of work, which I will be sharing this week before the May 22nd meeting. Hopefully, we'll come to a conclusion there as well. So moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Next and last one is the report of the Water Conservation Committee. This is still yet to be set up. Director Horton, you want to give your good words to this committee?
They canceled the meeting.
They canceled the meeting. Wow. All right.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. All right. We've come to the end of our committee reports. Future agenda items. I don't think
Those were all completed.
These are all completed. Okay. So now we come to the director comments. I'll start with Director Carpenter. Any comments?
No comment.
Director.
I'm ready
Go
to
ahead. Huh?
eat. She's ready to eat.
John, nothing. Okay. Mickey.
No comment.
John.
No comment.
Jeannie.
Nope, no comment.
Okay, sir. Michelle?
Thanks to all the volunteers and all the staff.
Madam Horton.
No comment,
Okay.
but thank you.
Staff? No comment? Okay, I want to say we had a long list today, but we did it in good time. It is just past 12, and we will recess now till 12:40. Is that okay?
12:30.
We won't even have time to go up by that time. So that's why I said 12:40, so we can start.
What time did you say?
12:40. Yeah. Please, thank you, and we are recessed.
Bye, John.
Bye, Marcella.